Alrighty, hello every folks, and welcome to what's actually likely to be the last part here. Because yeah, we already got our presumably last mission over here, because the map's on friggin' fire. And yeah, I got news of a kind of optional thingy here. So like it says here, a tournament that takes place over 4 rounds. Each round you get to choose your combatants and pit them against your opponents, etc. So basically 4 rounds instead of the 3 from last time. And then you get something really snazzy. And then you don't get any components. But okay. First of all, see if there's anything worth selling here. Lots of elemental swords and all that. Honestly, it's probably worth getting rid of them, if I'm honest. But we'll see. Yeah, get rid of those because there's definitely no reason for me to use them. Get rid of the poise because we've got a better one if anyone's using one. And yeah, we'll get rid of those too. It gives us a little bit more to work with. Some of this steel here. Alright, probably get rid of some of this chainmail here. No one's using these brigandines. We'll get more stuff later if we need to. But in general, I want to see if I can maybe get some slight upgrades for people. Also probably wouldn't hurt to have the option of hiring somebody new, because we currently have only one non-injured person in this entire group. But first things first, is there anything better I can get him? Yeah, decent amount of extra defense and all that, definitely worth getting there. And overall shield improvement. Let's see, that's 19 and 11. This one is lots of improvements all over the place, but honestly, they're kind of minor. A lot of his stuff doesn't really scale off mine, so the helmet's the better option. Armor-wise, yeah, what on earth did they do to that armor there? It's kind of weird if you think about it, because literally all they did was polish the old armor, and suddenly it just became the greatest thing in the universe. Yeah, this is pretty alright, but slightly out of my price range here. Like, evasion would go down, resistance much higher would be a definite plus. Territe, just an improvement all around. Let's see, Pernash. Let's see, to smash through heavy armor and defensive enchantments. Okay, that's all well and good. Interesting, so it's weird. What? So they specialize in crit chance? See, like, this one right here, really handy in terms of its bonus damage there. Because basically anytime that he's hitting, he's got a really good chance to, he's typically getting like 50 to 150% extra damage off hitting a lot of the plot things right now. But these, though, basically improves crit rate, improves everything across the board. Really expensive for that minor upgrade, though. Not sure. Not sure. I mean, we've got a Joyeuse here. That's probably a good choice on him. It's like, sure, it doesn't have any element attached to it like the other one, but it does prevent slow. It also increases speed quite substantially. Which, in his case, would definitely have been handy so far. Alright, let's just go ahead and confirm that one right there, then. Maybe I'll just leave him with his mace. Why not? Also, you get the Quarreler. As much as I absolutely love the whole auto crossbow thing, this one, yeah, well, he needs more hitting power. He has the means to pull it off any other day anyway. I need to see if I can get him another flash cap here. Them suckers seem to be pretty good. Alright, so 8,500. Can we afford that? If we get rid of these, yes. Alright, is there any... Let's see, that'll give him some improvements. That'll give him attack improvements. I don't have enough to get it. Just any attack bonus on him is definitely going to be... It's going to be pushing up pretty significantly anyway. But if I'm going for that... Alright, are there any better crit boosting items, though? It doesn't look like it. Entirely of steel, granting it unrivaled power. Or power. Thank you, brain. I mean, that's pretty significant. I'm not sure why he needs the mind bonus, though. It seems like a lot of things are given... A lot of these are given mind bonuses, though I guess that's because of some of the crossbow characters. Then I improve this, get him even more speed, as if he wasn't friggin' fast enough. Fantastic. So that'll do right there, and let's go ahead and try this tourney thing. Alright, fantastic. We are 2 broke for it. Can actually even make that much. I think I'm probably gonna have to go do a couple random fights. Alright, can get rid of a couple auto crossbows, can get rid of this. Get rid of one of those robes, get rid of... Yeah, Desert Garb's not anything too fantastic. Silver Armor's okay. Get rid of that helmet, get rid of the posering hats, and there we go. That's enough. That'll do the job. So unlike the first time around, this one, if we end up taking a TPK, I am gonna go ahead and just accept, or I am gonna go ahead and restart it. Because I want to see what the prize for this thing is, especially if we're routing out different runs and stuff like that. Alright, so these are gonna be bugs. So we're gonna need a lot of debuffs. Get Lazuli in here. Yuria should... maybe not. We need Smelter Blue, we're gonna need Orson. We're gonna want Svendragon. And then we're gonna want that guy. And again, I also kinda want to bring Cerebro along for this. Because, I mean, he's gonna be throwing out Berserks. Lazuli... I guess Chaos Blade would be good for him. Alright, throw a scout out there just in case there's any traps. Not to mention crit rate. They can do whatever buffs they want up there. Wow. Yeah, her defense is actually a pretty well and proper decent heal at this point. Okay, so he scouts as well. Not really expecting to see any traps in this one. This one's one of the maps that's fairly open. Gonna throw out a Mana Stone here because I want to put re-raise on everyone, especially Orson. just gonna do as usual here. Just go ahead and defend. Alright, now is that gonna be decent enough? Okay, no, he can take a shot from farther away. I just want to hit and run with him. Actually, no, we're gonna put out traps everywhere. Because that is a lot of meat on them. Which means that they're gonna be taking a whole lot of damage from a bleed trap. Okay. I'm not really sure what that did. Oh, that's a problem. Arc Afflictor? I had no idea that they could do that. Alright, so that would have given Berserk, but it didn't. She's crippled at the moment. Yeah, I need that guy on the left gone as soon as possible. For the time being, though, she's better off baiting this situation. Because they're going to come in to attack her. Actually, wait, if I can maybe get Berserk off on this guy. No Berserk, 25 Berserk. Come on, 60 or something. No, he just absorbs that damage somehow. And no Berserk. Okay, so he's the only one that could be hit by it. Yeah, why does he absorb that exactly? Because the Quarreler is, as far as I'm aware... Oh, it's dark. Okay. That would be a good reason to get rid of it. Okay, so he should take a whole lot from Holy Bolts and Holy Beam and all that. And actually, there's a decent chance that they're going to just line themselves up pretty soon there. Alright, so we're just going to try to root them in place. Didn't work, but worth a go. And they muted our healer, because of course they did. Alright, we'll give him a full heal. Or I guess a heavy heal, because, wow, he's got no health at all. Yeah, why the hell did I bring him along again? Like, I know he's worthless, but dang. That's a pretty special brand of worthless right there. 62%. 100% chance of something. That'll toss a decent amount of damage around. Maybe not what I want to go for, though. Just throw out more traps. Annoying, but okay. Alright, we'll do Rapturous. Don't really need the heal as much as the debuff removal. So yeah, we've got debuffs all over the dang place right now. Lucky dodge is lucky. And if all he wants to go for is poison, we're just fine. Nice. Alright, and if we pop in probably over here. See, I want to do here, but I don't know what Lazuli absorbs. If he can absorb Holy, then that would be ideal. Because I would almost finish off that guy, do a ton to that guy. Would put him in really rough shape. And I need Orson to take the heal. See if she could get right there, that'd be pretty dandy too. Might have to settle for just those two. Or better yet, now the beam will be worse. Well, actually, it would be considered back damage though, so that it might actually be better in this case. All right, 180 and 72. Nah. Do I take the risk here? Yeah, I think we just go for these two. Now, I wonder if I give her the heavy staff, if by any chance that'll actually... Okay, that's annoying. I wonder if that'll actually boost the effect of her burst moves. Ah, 52. Alright, does he have the thing that... I was gonna say the thing that lets him get crits on skills. Because in that case, rolling for the auto, or for this one right here, would be worth it. Right, yeah, I think we're just gonna roll it. Yeah, he can't crit it. But that's fine. It was worth a go. Rude. Ah, jeez. Okay. Lay the way, that's used up. I expect to be able to heal him up, but for now I just want to put that out there. Might put him in the way for a blade, or not a blade storm, but a plague storm. Alright, 75% chance of disabling two of them, though. Ah, just blind. I mean, okay, that's not too bad. Doesn't have re-raise, so it's risky for him to be there. Dead. That's fine, we can revive him again. Alright. Alright, so I got a move planned here. I'm gonna take him, we're gonna throw a trap right there. Gonna see about doing a burst right in the middle of all that mess. Alright, Heal nuke is not currently set up. That is unfortunate. Alright, so that does 207. That is 208. See, because I really need that thing going. She does need to heal at the moment, but she can be revived. Like, she can be revived without any penalties. I mean, I can set up one for all, which may not necessarily be helpful here. Alright, so he's just generally going all elemental type stuff. By any chance, can he get a lucky berserk on either one of these? 25 and 25. Scar tissue and pound. So scar tissue would be the easier shot here. Didn't land it. Worth a shot, but didn't land it. Excellent. He's berserked. He's attacking the wrong guy. More traps for you. Survive. One needs to run into the trap. Like that guy. Excellent. Yeah, he didn't survive that. So she can burst here, that'll do a ton to a bunch of them, even though none of it can seem to stick as they keep nailing all their stuff over and over. Yeah, more than likely we're redoing this one. How do you crit heal? What the hell is that even? Apparently you can do that. Just learn something new every time. Defensive hit this guy, I guess? They seem to really, really, really heavily prioritize helping him out. Let's see, 130 there. Or I can do 70. He's got a pretty decent chance to crit kill one of them, though, with the sniper. Alright, just roll it. Didn't land it. What the hell? Alright, whatever. We're just gonna go for a rock here. And because shenanigans, we're gonna go block the tile with him. Oh, get out of here. Frickin' Boone, man. Why on earth did anybody bother summoning all the crazy hell demons and crap? Just get a bunch of these bugs. Alright, have you killed him enough times? I'm not sure you have. Alright, and crit. Because he gets to double move and double crit. Man, these guys are nasty. Yeah, I'm pretty sure any amount of too many swords wouldn't matter here. Bring a better sword next time. Wait, what the hell did I just load here? Yeah, I guess that would be the newest one. Okay. Let's try that again. This time, actually remembering... Wait, what? I'm very confused. Alright, let's do this again. Yes, 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 they are absolutely horrific, and we found out a whole bunch of new and interesting stuff there. So, first of all, definitely don't want Lazuli here. Smelter Blue did carry his own. Orson helped. Svendragon was absolutely necessary. I think we want to bring Cerebro and... probably Anodine, actually. Or maybe Tartaros. Or maybe Bizarro. Or Yates and just go for the zombie approach. Maybe that way. One thing's for sure, though, we need a bajillion traps everywhere. Not like he really, you know, needs more defense, considering how high it already is, but that's fine. Alright, so all the buffs. So I feel like what the party really needs is one of them illusionist type situations. He's barriered, so that's not going to matter. And he hovers. And everyone's got debuffs now, don't they? Yes, they do. And of course, they nail the charm on the one character that's... yeah. Beautiful. Man, I really hate that class. Although, wait a minute. No, he's gonna full heal him. Of course, waste our best item right off the bat. I guess that's better than the alternative, though. Still kind of going back and forth on whether that's really good or really bad. Because almost always, when they're charmed, they're just gonna immediately be like, "Oh, here, take our best healing item and just chug it." And they hit charm on all the healers. Beautiful. Beautiful. Might as well have him do that. Then we have him sacrifice his life to take charm off everybody. Oh wait, he can't because he's probably... yeah, he's also charmed. Everybody. Everybody's charmed. Beautiful. More traps, please. Although what that does tell me is the Bugman Batman can go become one of them too. That's fine, he'll be back. Okay. Now, granted, there is a massive level disadvantage here, but no, this one's over before it even began. Yeah, no, we're just gonna load it. Because yes, there is a massive level disadvantage and all that, but in that case, hitting charm on everyone, yeah, that's not gonna fly. Anyway, let's try that again. This time with hopefully less RNG being absolutely evil. Alright. New plan. Bring Bugman Batman here. He's, why don't I just call him Bug Batman? I think we'll go Bug Batman then. He is just gonna sit and he's gonna charge his frickin' laser beam. And I think it counts as Holy Elemental, so when that dude guy with the giant snake head gets close, he just vaporizes him. Done deal. Now, I don't remember what game it was that gave you partial status immunity whenever using Defend, but I kinda wish it worked that way. Okay. And in fact, the better combination might have been to combine both him and having Yates on the team. So everyone else is just going to delay. Insectoid Monstrosity will hopefully end up charging ahead of everybody else. Reflective Coating means that, yeah, none of the bleed effects are going to be hitting. He's going to sit there. the kind of annoying thing about the Plague Storm thing is just it seems to afflict everyone with the debuffs, even if they're not within any kind of close range. Like, most of the other ones scale with range, but that one just seems to roll for everything regardless. I've never actually seen it miss anyone yet, I don't think. Alright, she's gonna go and do the burst, and she's probably gonna get herself taken out in the process. But the more time she can buy, the better. Naturally it misses, why wouldn't it? That's an insta-kill. And yeah, it's a bunch of debuffs all over the dang place. He's muted for several turns. He can't use the beam. So he's out of commission for now anyway. Now, ideally we'll have a chance to reset up the heal nuke. It's not much damage, but it's damage. Just at least if I can burn them out of their items. The hell? Excuse me? No, what is that? What the actual hell is that? What does that move even do? Yeah, 2.8 times, and I guess they crit? Although 41% crit, how are you making that happen? Grants swiftness of the wind. Okay, so presumably they can speed up and crit up. And she's gonna revive right there. Hopefully take another hit, get warped right in the center. Yeah, that could work actually. Yeah, we just set up a wall of traps. Oh, and being hit by a trap gets rid of boon? Weird. He needs to take a little bit of time to heal. But this one goes right over here. Yeah, this could work. And that guy's still dodging it. Like, even if she keeps getting knocked out, we should be able to have enough time to actually resolve all of that. They seem to still have more full drinks. Yeah, that guy. I gotta, you know, I really gotta remember to consider setting up a crit caster. Alright, I'm gonna see how powerful that can be in a second here, but okay. So versatile. That's a really good thing there. Not to mention, okay, yes, anytime they don't deal damage, they get an 18% bonus, up to a 72% bonus, plus their crit build, plus they can crit on skills. That is disgusting! Hey, so that was the end? No, 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 there's just more and more and more. Okay, so his beam is still ongoing here. Might as well just have him heal up this guy. But yeah, right now, it seems like this is going to be fairly close to the end. Basically, there's a spot on the map that's just on fire, and they more or less just said, okay, that's going to be the last fight, but also there's a new tournament. Would you like to go have a tournament arc instead? So that's kind of what we're doing here. Because supposedly there's something really snazzy in the tournament, but it is hard as hell so far. This is the first fight here, and yeah, this seems to actually be more or less a set fight, but it is well beyond filthy. It's just pure unmitigated filth everywhere. I mean, what is that? What is that even? Like, hitting the entire map for crits. Man. It is disgusting. You can be one of those? What the hell? I really need to look into the stuff Bugman Batman can do, because holy crap. These guys, seriously, how have they not taken over everything? They're so much stronger than people. I need Sven back, but, alright, whatever. She's dead anyway. Throw her in. Pokemon Master Donalto over here. She's got to be able to do something. Wow. Ultra powerful super move. Hitting their weakness, it does 30. She's not very good. Alright, Sven is also technically dead. But okay, I need Noxious Bomb on him. She does a burst. Is she crippled? No. She's blind and everything else, but at least 50% chance to maybe do something here. Just try it. Alright, 208. Somehow that still doesn't actually... Okay, apparently that counts as physical for the purposes of defense. And okay. Yeah, seriously need to build up the team a little bit, I think. Complete, pure, unmitigated filth. Jeez, man. And Charm. Because of course he lands Charm on the guy that moves next. Oh my god. This is so messed up. Except he gets a leg injury and can't... Oh my goodness. He'd have a perfect opportunity to run up there and do some goodness right now. But he can't because his leg's injured. Who decided they should have Plague Storm? This is why they only give you one. Because if you could have an entire party of these, this is what would happen. I might as well just do Chivalrous again. Yes, he could just be auto-revived. But that's why we're throwing her in the deep end. Maybe her death counter will reset or something. Nope, he's gonna wipe the entire map. Alright, so we're one down. They have three that can't necessarily get terribly close. There, finally. Finally! That guy's gone. And the other guy just completely ignored the damage. So this is technically winnable at the very least. And that's only courtesy of the crazy scaling she starts getting as soon as team members start dropping. And dead. So now she's even stronger. I have a feeling speedruns of this game would rely on that a whole lot. Just like have 4 rookies run in, do absolutely nothing, just die over and over. And then afterwards, just have her run up and one-shot everything. I mean, there's more to it than that, obviously. But still. Nuke. And yeah, if she's the only one charging forward over and over. And this could potentially be ridiculous. Actually, if she could get Berserk on one of these guys, like, for example, this guy right here. And he's got a barrier. Of course he's got a barrier. They've all got barriers. They've all got barriers and haste and hover and everything. There's nothing they don't have. Almost fully charged, and that still doesn't do anything to him. That's fine. Counter. Like, this might be cheesy, but if it works, it works, right? Crit healer. Ah, jeez. Nothing. You go ahead and warp her right back in there again. Alright, the one that's got like 200, I think he can be finished off. Yeah, 267. RNG, what did I ever do to you? At least their heals are somewhat limited at the moment. a little bit of his meter to give himself a little bit of a boost. Very strange choice, because then he's going to get counter-crippled. Except he's immune to it, so I guess not. You know, after a certain point, I wonder if maybe defense stops counting. Like a Fallout-esque situation. See, not judging, but does that one guy have a flute for a proboscis? Yeah, so these guys' whole shtick is that they're, wait a minute. Yeah, these guys' whole shtick is that they're basically morphing into two different monster characters at the same time. Which is why we're getting absolutely ruined for this one here. It's like, this guy is one of them, yeah, one of those giant, like, flute monstrosities here. So they're essentially throwing out all of those, all those kinds of buffs right there. Meanwhile, their secondary is that horn on top of their head, because they're one of those giant horn llama things. Except they're also set up for a crit build, so they're basically a magical crit build. It's really bizarre, the kinds of stuff that's coming out in this presumably final arena fight. Also, hi there, Mr. Vale. Zolvium 100. I suppose I can reach anyone else with this. At least I can do a lot to him, but that's basically all he can do. Alright. Sending her in to hopefully try and win something at attempt number 6 or 7. Did you ever end up sealing the fells? Nah, there's just a big old hole in the middle of the map, more or less. I guess it's more of a town that's on fire. Also, that guy's dead again, because, come on, man! This one's brutal as hell. But yeah, no, this whole shtick is completely optional, just so you know. This is, as far as I understand it, this game's equivalent of the, you know, the end game, level 100, whatever, mega dungeon thing. Because, dude... You know how each individual Bugman before was causing a problem, and there was that joke this entire time of, oh man, you know, it would be pretty much unstoppable if they made an entire team of them? Yeah. Yeah, that checks out. That checks out real severely. This is why nobody's concerned about the world getting invaded, apparently. They're just gonna send in the Bugmen. And she's dead again before even getting a turn. Yeah, that's been par for the course. Stop being so ridiculous, Bugs. And yeah, we actually might have had a chance, but there was a 75% that decided not to hit, so... meh. It's been iffy. This is technically still losable. Oh, this is very losable. Like, there's... with all the team down and a bunch of cheesy stuff, we were able to take out their weakest guy. Although, to be fair, at least that weakest guy was charming everybody on the map at once, so there's that. I think we're just going to go ahead and load it and actually rebuild the team a little bit. Because I haven't taken any random fights in a while. That's probably a good idea. 25, 30, yeah, you know what, we'll just go here. There we go, go hang out in the trees a little bit. Take a random fight. Yeah, I tried to use Lazuli last time. He's not very good. Also extraordinarily underleveled. Alright, there we go. Should be more than good for here. Ooh, what the hell's this? We have neutral parties? Interesting. See, Elizoli not being very good isn't a bug, it's realism and an homage to a PS1 classic. True. Very true. Thing is, his damage is alright. It's just, he has been so completely almost unusable from the very start that, yeah, he's just fallen behind the curve to a point that's almost comical by now. Alright, we need to chase after the treasure stitch, as you do. Got a big tanky guy over here. Hopefully we can just lock him into place. Probably should have just taken a normal shot, actually. But yeah, end game is harsh, as one would expect. Slash a bit beyond harsh. See, in the original FFT, do you always end up in battles with neutral characters on your side? I had this one neutral dragon that wouldn't leave me alone, and I kept refusing to recruit him. I actually don't remember that at all. I mean, I remember... I thought there was only one map that even had dragons, for that matter. Just that one with the waterfalls and a bunch of up and down type situations. I could be completely mistaken on that, though. Alright, we're just gonna do Cripple Bullet on him. Crunch. But I think really what we need to be doing here is just kind of rebuilding in general. Because as it stands, we have a party that's very, very, very jacked up. Also, wait a minute. Isn't that the Blood Axe? Shouldn't he be getting health out of that? Alright, quick little peek here. Dark Rain, a demonic axe that feeds upon darkness. Okay, so it's not that, but he's coming in with some pretty fancy stuff. Okay. But yeah, so some particularly nasty ideas that started coming out of that last fight is, yeah, you can actually, it looks like you can combine the adaptability, which is basically you're allowed to do crits on spells and abilities and things. And apparently you can combine that with map-wide skills as well as healing. So apparently you can have a healer, crit healer. It led to some really weird situations, like where they would go in and they would have a mildly threatening, like, horn stab ability that just insta-killed things, and then would immediately turn around and, like, crit heal stuff with a basic heal for full health. See, I'd used Recruit on a green dragon earlier in the game and not recruited him, so I always wondered if it was an FFT bug or whatever that the dragon ID spawned for a battle he was neutral. Don't know if I ever had the neutral or friendly guy spawn in the Wodal version. Yeah, I seriously don't... Like, I vaguely recall there being neutral parties, but I don't remember ever getting one either. Huh. I have a feeling that's something we'd have to check with Cow or Cerebo with. Or on. With? Under? Somewhere to the left of? I don't know. I don't know, and 90%! Why? Why you gotta keep doing that game? Yeah, the game's feeling mean today. Like, everything is a frickin' dodge. Also, I don't know why Orson can't do damage lately. He's... I mean, I know he's behind the curve, but... Still. I mean, I know the one that always confused me in TO is there were the 3 neutral skeletons in the forest. Because like, it was always unclear to me whether it was actually a fully random spawn or was something dependent on world state. And to this day, as far as I'm aware, that's actually an unknown. But yeah, so I think it might be partially a world state thing, but yeah, I have nothing really to back that up. But yeah, then again, neutral encounters in TO are pretty goddamn random. Like, for example, there's this one random crystal dragon that shows up on... He's guaranteed in one of the story fights, and then he just randomly may show up on many of the dragon maps. And his only purpose there is to have a small chance of dropping a barely uncommon ring, like, 10% of the time. And if you, like, you can just completely ignore the guy every time he shows up. It just... For some reason, every time that the map spawns, it focuses on them. Then again, at the same time, there's one particular map that always seems to focus on a statue. And I went to pretty extreme lengths to try to test that statue to see if there's anything else. Also, by the way, I just noticed... Oh, sweet. Oh man, Orson is pulling some moves over there. But you suck, dude, come on! Game, be nice! For a second, what the hell's going on today? Yeah, basically that guy is gonna run away next turn, as well as probably doing some big explodey move on his way out. But I just noticed, yeah, the whole TO thing where you're going and having a bunch of dudes repeatedly stab spears into somebody, it looks like, yeah, you can actually do that in this. Also, unfortunately, thanks to One For All, Orson might be permadead now. Now, come on. Please, oh please, let my whole setup here that was entirely built for one thing actually do the thing that I meant for it to do. Can you hit him at all? 115. Why is his defense so high? Because the weird part is, it's not like his actual defenses are that high. 200 is not very much at all. For comparison, that guy's defenses are 430, right? So if I were to do an attack on him, it would be 54. If I do an... Okay. That'll actually do a decent bit better. And escape. Okay, didn't escape. Though at this point we're still taking injuries for even coming into this fight. Right, that might be an insta-kill. Yep. I'm gonna need you to come back to life and take some revenge here, please. See, one more random neutral wackiness and random encounters and tactics games, like when there's a... Rather, like when you walk to an owl plant, there's a 5% chance that it's actually a giant savannah squid, and you stop him or hit him with AoE, he goes berserk and attacks both sides. That would be pretty sweet. Though, A2 kind of had some of that. Like, I wouldn't say it's full bore or anything, but it definitely had some of that. That it had those certain occasions where they're like, okay, make sure never to touch this one thing over here, and you're all good. And it's just a relatively calm, controlled situation. You know, then somebody accidentally hits it with an AoE, and suddenly it's a whole big fight. And I want to say... I think it was one of the... I think it was not even one of... I think it was multiple of the food collecting missions that had that. Because you had a whole bunch of them that they would put you into this whole field of different animals, and they're like, okay, specifically only go for the red bunnies. Everybody else will murder the hell out of you. And come on! I know it's not calculated. Wait, he gets 2 attacks? Is he dual-wielding spears? Oh, I love it. I love it. I kind of wish it was visually represented. Yeah, they really make you work for your XP in this. Christ. Like, I'm sorry, you want to raise an endgame class? You want to actually give them some levels? Well, the easy fights give you like 30 experience. But yeah, that probably the weirdest ones I can think of for TO there. There's the Hyanite Mark 1. And he's gonna escape, yeah. Because apparently he gets to double turn. Dang it. Game, stop giving everyone speed boosting items. I think we're just gonna get TBK'd by this random group in a forest. And it's all just coming down to speed. Again, weirdly like TO in that regard right now. Because all my non-speed characters are getting absolutely annihilated. But yeah, so the Hyanite Mark thing, if for anyone that didn't know, there was one of the class marks that was really annoying to get, which was if you ever changed Ozma out of her unique class, and she's dead, isn't she? Oh, and of course she gets debuffed right before her turn again. So I think the AI does know to do that, by the way. And also, she's attacking the wrong team. But, anywho. So yeah, if you change them out of their unique class, you either had to go to a high-level version of any of the major boss fights of the game, or you had to, Okay. Well, they're gone. But yeah, there was a small chance that any of the high-level boss fights would drop it, specifically any of the other Knight Commanders in the game. But then also, if you wanted to just get one, there was a random group of traveling Dark Knight zombies that would only show up in the middle of a thunderstorm on a particular highway. And if you had somebody with, I think it was like 4+ steel, then they would be able to get it from them. It's the most stupidly specific thing that nobody would ever go and look for. Like, it feels like it was just made up as a joke, or maybe just a dev wanted that in there for the purposes of testing, who knows. But, it was weird. Alright, so I'm fairly certain we've already lost most of these characters now. So that's neat. Let's see, what other kind of weird neutral stuff they had there? I mean, the multiple samurai thing was really awesome in FFT, I remember that. Like, you had some unique encounters, but I can't remember that many that were just straight up bizarre. I'm just gonna have him throw out high damage moves now. Dang it. I was hoping that a rock would be able to finish him. Probably should have used Rebirth here, but I think they'll go for Orson instead. Give him one last hurrah here. Now I wonder if the blood weapons potentially... Okay, he just got Rebirth, perfect. I wonder if they stack with the HP steal ability. It's worth testing. So yeah, Mr. Vale, any characters you want to see added to the team? Because I'm pretty sure we're gonna need one. Because everyone is dead. Hey, hey. And yeah, Orson's very dead. He is deader than dead, unfortunately. What class combo are you going for? Anything. I kind of want to go for the whole illusionist type situation. But at this point, it's hard to predict what'll be what. Alright. If we do this right, he should be able to go here. Finish off that guy, get hit by this one. So it gives him his back as long as he doesn't crit. Right. Didn't roll the 3%. Fantastic. Alright. Do we want to do Rapturous? Rapturous will prevent him... Okay, it'll prevent him from getting his re-raise, but it'll protect us from a few other things. Yeah, so at this point I'm thinking probably replacing a few characters. Because I'd like to get another Alchemistic, so that's basically your buffer support type situation. I would like to see them combined with a Trap User, because the Alchemistic has a lot of useful things for putting out barrier and things like that, but they don't necessarily have any actual offensive capabilities. At the same time, I would like to do some kind of one-for-all long-range combo. On top of that, would like to try that whole illusionist thing, but I haven't actually unlocked that class yet. Really digging the map? Yeah, this is a pretty cool map. There's actually a lot of really good maps in this game. And just the fact that it re-rolls different fights every time really changes things. Especially with how much they adapt through the game. Like, these ones, this fight was supposed to be 20s to 30s. It didn't say anything about them showing up in the 40s. So if you have a character that's past a certain limit, they will automatically scale up as far as I can tell. But again, damage-wise it doesn't matter. It's mostly health. Levels mostly just mean health. Well, health and available points for skills. So they may show up with different skills, but they won't necessarily be that much stronger. Like, the numbers will show higher, but just like something like KOL, it seems like there's a drop-off after a certain point. Right. Yeah, they're gonna try to combine that with a spear. So, like, that's just awesome. Alright, we'll bring Jill back. She'll be able to do some stuff. Want to allow Smelter Blue to get out of the fight. I think it's close enough that I might as well just use the big boom here. How about Soft Paws? Give her the Skull Helmet in blue colors. You got it. Sounds like a pretty good support trapper class. Alright, we'll do Cripple there, put them into insta-kill range. Give the health suck. I legitimately think if we just jump to the end of the game, it probably would be easier than taking on that arena fight. But at this point, I just want to know what's in there. Actually, I shouldn't have done that. He's going to counter cripple him. Counter cripple. Wait. He's got renew now? Who the hell did counter cripple? Oh, that was Yates that had counter cripple. Okay. Friggin' one for all. This one's got some debuffs on him. I see what they're going for with the gunner. So far okay, so gunner's a hard one to call because they've been sort of okay. It's like it's kind of a funky situation with them. Because technically speaking, they're really good pressure pushing class. So for example, if you've got a bunch of debuffs flying around, opportunistic is probably one of the lower cost damage moves out there. Because I think it's something like 20 extra for every debuff or something like that. I don't know how it actually scales, but something along those lines. Just point being, it's a near insta-kill for somebody that's got a crap load of debuffs on him. But by itself, it's a little meh. Might want to go for a mercenary build as well. I mean, they're pretty basic, but they do the job. I want to do mercenary illusionist. I know it's not actually called the illusionist. It's like sorcerer or something, but as far as I'm concerned, it's the illusionist. So if anyone has... If anybody has an idea for something like that, let me know. Actually, maybe I would go mace on that one. Really hoping this guy offers to join. God dang it. Okay, and they got their tank back. Nice. So, like, right here, as far as how the numbers go, this thing is, I think, like, half the power of something he should have by this point. Still does, you know, a pretty comparable amount of damage there. It really feels like lower things get boosted up and higher things get scaled down. Hi there, Annihilator. How's the shmups going today? Oh, by the way, so you remember how yesterday I was talking about how our city tried to do this whole giveaway type situation? Also started talking like a robot there for a second. I swear I'm not a robot. But no, so yeah, apparently it was a bit worse than I even thought. Because it turns out the reason that they shut the whole thing down wasn't even because people couldn't get anywhere, but hospitals couldn't even get to the hospital. Or ambulances couldn't get to the hospital. Wow, hospitals couldn't get to the hospital. Way to English. Way to brain. So, yeah. Generally speaking, it was a little bit iffy. So, trying to play Dawn of Sorrow, and Grind got me an order ready. Got the Soul of Frankenstein, but lost after I can't get any more. Unfamiliar with that one. When I'm hearing the Frankenstein, I'm thinking how they made, they actually made a really good Metroidvania out of that weird, Return of the Mummy game, or movie a little while ago. Turns out, yeah, surprisingly solid Metroidvania out of it. I was actually at AGDQ last year, it's the only reason I know about it. Alright, do Rapturous again. Smelter Blue doesn't really have anything to gain point-wise. He does his usual thing, so he might as well boost everybody. And yeah, speaking of grind, actually, I haven't seen Vantos in a while. I'm trying to figure out if Vantos is actually this guy from the SRPG Reddit or Discord or whatever else. Because I'm not sure. They have a somewhat similar structure to their name and all that. And there were only 2 people that ever said to go try War of the Visions that I knew of. For anyone that kind of missed that whole thing and was curious whether War of the Visions was any good, it's not. It's not even kind of good. It's not even tolerable as far as I'm concerned, but to each their own, I suppose. Alright. Kapow this guy in the back. Eventually we'll be allowed to leave this forest. I swear, it's like so far, Legend of Mana is the only run I've done of anything where we didn't get stuck right at the end. It's like the never-ending curse. And I just don't understand what's going on with Orson, though. Maybe he was the only one that actually took a hit to his attack power or something else from his injuries. Because absolutely everybody else has been at least holding up. He's just doing no damage these days. Not sure. Oh yeah, but anyway, so what I was saying about, yeah, War of the Visions there. Main reason I was wondering about that is because I'm actually curious whether they actually only recommended the game because of the fact that, well, as a few people have pointed out, you can replace your main character with anybody, and then most of the screenshots that were coming out were people finding the skimpiest dressed characters they could and just sticking them in a bikini in the front. Like, check it out. This is a game, right? This is entertaining. Like, you can just look that up, you know? Do you really gotta ruin a franchise for that? You can just Google that stuff, man. See, I'm sad that Mary Shelley's descendants haven't written terrible sequels to Frankenstein the way Bram Stoker's descendants have for Dracula. I'd be kind of curious to see what Bram Stoker thought of all those Twilight things. Yes, they're not, you know, they're not sequels, but it makes you wonder what he'd have to say about it. Like, I don't understand. Why are they trying to get busy? Why are they shiny? Do they have higher base stats? Alright, let's put Rebirth on you in case I get some freaky crit or something. I will say the way that this is set up, you at least know who has the chance to get some random crit out of nowhere and finish everybody off. Generally speaking, the FFT thing of hey, here's this random character that one-shots everybody out of nowhere, it's a bit less likely. What the hell's going on with Orson? It's like with every single turn, his attack goes down or something. See, he does okay damage with defensive hit. It's just his regular stats apparently are just trash. Alright, we got 16 grand. Got some stuff, got some injuries. I'm pretty sure both of those guys are dead. Cerebro might still exist. Okay, Cerebro, yeah, he's still with us. Orson's still with us, and... oh, she's actually still good too. Huh. Alright, good. Everyone's still alive. That's better than the alternative. Counterbleed, pretty handy. How is it that Dagar's mastered 3 classes and he's still absolutely no threat to anything? So wait a minute, he's dead, isn't he? Alright, so, first order of business, let's go get soft paws. Wait, that's not where we get them at all. And it's not that many either, although it's probably a good idea to see what's craftable. Get the Lich. Arbiter armor, arbiter caps. Seems like a good, good boost to a lot of things. Just gonna go make one of those. As light as a feather, as powerful as a maul. 142. That's not a small number. And got some kind of achievement for making it too. In fact, can I... Okay, they can't use it. Where the hell's Anodine at? I think she can. I mean, she's still not very good, mind you, but... The thing happened. I'd say I probably should just upgrade her gear at some point. Actually, I think what we're going to do is take a little bit of a rookie fight here. Just send all the newbies out. Let them get some levels and all that. Set their stats as level 1 class and leave their current AP intact. I almost want to reset Orson. Maybe not. I think we'll just leave it as is. There's a female character. Well, as far as how I was imagining everybody, I would assume we need something with a hell of a lot of pockets in there. So, thinking, yeah, we got pockets right here. Skull helmet in blue colors. There we go. That works. And what do we got going on portrait-wise? Oh, and they got like a little skull pendant here. That works. Now we're gonna want them... Yeah, so Alchemistic with Peddler as a secondary. I think... Man, it's amazing how many classes we haven't unlocked yet. Right, they're going to be part of the rookie team, so we're going to start them off at 25. Now, anyone else got one? See, apparently Thunder Force is a secret difficulty after you beat it on hard mode. And like 5 difficulties, 5 has 3. But those are good, though! It's just awesome when that happens. See, was there a different skull hat the druids wear? Yeah, absolutely is. There we go. That one. Go with Blinky and make us an assassin. I have a couple assassins already. I think we're good on assassins. What we could use, though... Probably could use another Gadgeteer. Thing is, just about anyone can unlock Gadgeteer there. Because I'm thinking maybe... No, I have a caster I can go for. Gambler, maybe? Because Reaper Gadgeteer might be interesting. Or maybe even Plague Doctor, but Gadgeteer. Key of the Gadgeteer? Alright. Yeah, I'm going to start them with Gadgeteers to guarantee that they get the skills they need to get there, and then we're going to start them at 25 also. And then I think what we're going to do... Let's see. Well, they need their giant journal bag, but we already got the bag on somebody. Though I guess, you know, it's fine. It'll work. Actually, I kind of like this look. It doesn't exactly match, but I think it can work. Yeah, that could work. I know it doesn't exactly match the colors, but I just kind of like the green. I kind of want to see how does the hair look in green. What's my wife's hair do? Kind of looks. I don't know. I think kind of looks better that way. Maybe we'll just go for red or something like that. Yeah, they're looking Irish. Why not? Mostly green and blue and... Yeah, there we go. See, we'll pretend that I knew everybody's colors, so that'll work. Alright. Like the kind of red and green look. Alright, so putting them as a Gadgeteer will guarantee they get the other skills they need, because it'll give them just enough points in each of those classes. They can never learn Health Expert. Alright, Gambler's unlocked. Okay, they start off with smart casting. I'm not sure if that's going to be helpful in this case, but it's something. So we're immediately going to class change them into, well, almost anything else. So they can have no weakness to... Just thinking here. Because Gadgeteer plus that might be really good. Mercenary Gadgeteer might also be really good because it'll give them a ton of health and they can basically make use of all their tools while being a tank. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I mean, I was going to go for Alchemistic, though. See, the cool thing about starting somebody as the Gadgeteer, they start with almost all their abilities right off the bat. Since it's based off the items that you've made over the course of the game. Actually, you know what? I want to test something right here, because with Warcraft, their ability to... their running and smashing move, I wonder if this means that with smart casting they can avoid giving friendly fire damage with that. So that's worth testing. Alright, so alchemistic-wise, let's see. Mass barrier, yes. It's just too good to miss. Alright, let's see if I set this up right. So they've also got engineering. In fact, I think engineering as a secondary for all rookies is probably the best idea, because, okay, looking through everything, it gives them a pushback move. That's already handy. Gives them a bunch of debuff moves, gives them a bunch of buff moves, gives lockdown moves, gives heals, gives regens. I mean, it basically gives them everything they would need until they've got something better going on. Thinking defense expert, no flank, and fleet of foot, so they basically get a movement buff. See, they change your ship with 3 different colors and change the gameplay? It's a neat little touch. Usually that stuff gets reserved for mods. Alright, and I want to recruit one more. Who's this mustachioed? Nah, that could not match the portrait any worse. I guess we want to go build Hamilton then. Actually, come to think of it, we've got Hamilton's portraits, but we absolutely gotta Gildas up there. Dinosaur might have took my souls while I was farming. Well, that sucks. What do we want to make here? Then again, you know what? an idea. An idea has come to mind. Let's see if I can put this together right. I want to do a Reaver with Boon. No, what I really want is a Illusionist with Boon on there. It's like a Reaver, right? They go and they do, like, they finish something off, and then they have that Illusion ability as their secondary, and then they just crit the entire map. That's... Actually, you know what would work for that? We're making Yumel. That seems like it would work for that. I mean, I could be mistaken, but that's absolutely who this looks like. It's a 7500. If we set him up as a Fellblade, that should... I think that should give him enough points. And in fact, then they... Yeah, if they were running Fellblade, then they could run all caster gear. Absurdly ripped Yumel with a mustache. That just looks so wrong. Oh, this is so stupid looking. Suppose we'll go for that, because he's supposed to be all regal and stuff. Could give him a beard that doesn't match at all. He just duct taped a beard on his face. Die stream, you don't belong in this Twitch? Aw. Well, I hope you're having a good day too. I think it's kind of like bluish greenish situation. As long as it doesn't match. There we go. That looks like a pretty well and proper monstrosity. Let's YouTubers scream. No, let's maybe not. Honestly, I don't know how people do that without losing their voice. So, Chaos Slice is the main one I want to go for here. Start off with Sleep Slice, get Elsewhere when we need it. I want to have a Health Expert on him. Okay. So, first of all, he's getting changed into a caster. And then... that's going to be a War Mage. That's Plague Doctor 3, Fellblade 4. I do want a War Mage at some point. I think... so that's going to be... Mind Expert and Double Cast. Okay. definitely want this one. Oh! Oh my. That might explain a few things. Okay, apparently they get a affinity bonus for each element for mastering the class. I don't think that's a druid, but whatever the hell this is. It's the one I'm looking at here. So Mender 3, Wizard 5, Alchemistic 3. Can he be an Alchemistic? That takes Wizard 4. Okay, so he's going to be a Wizardlington. And this is the new class. The ones that are all going to come in and save the dang universe. If I can stop getting them killed for 5 seconds. So you can do anything if you have the money and a path with Satan? Or a pact with Satan? Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, I know it's been unbelievably frustrating for a lot of people over over the course of these last few weeks. So, in terms of deals with the devil and all that, so our state currently is getting behind in terms of dealing with the virus and everything, because they're not getting supplies. This orange guy is deciding that he's basically prioritizing being a misogynist against our governor over actually helping the frickin' state. Like, just come on. it just sucks so bad, you know? Like, how many people are... Who even knows what's going to happen to them at this point? It's just depressing. Apparently Europe left us behind. Yeah, I hear stuff's getting overwhelmed all over the place. So how is stuff over there, across the pond? Where is he? Here he is. And I think we'll give him the Joyeuse. I don't really know who else can use the hammer here, but maybe one of these new guys can. Gonna fill these guys out with just extra parts I got laying around for now. This is exactly how it felt with FFTA 2. Where at the end of the game, it was like, I don't even know who's wearing what anymore, whatever. Everyone, like, here's all these rookies with all these crazy powerful mystical artifacts I forgot I even had laying around. So you don't know, news are confusing or unreal, I can't even tell. Yeah. Man, we got plenty of that over here too. Basically, it's just a whole war of words at the moment. Because on one side, you got one group over here trying to claim that's every single possible thing that goes wrong is somehow a conspiracy against their, you know, Lord and Savior, friggin' baked potato, and on the other side, you know, there's basically people going like, okay, look, here's like a million different track records things as to why that could possibly never be true. And yet it still keeps politicking. Left and right. It's just frustrating to see. Just really frustrating. Let's see, what's this area? 5 to 19? Alright. Baked potatoes. The bad kind. unfortunately. Alright, so their levels are locked in. So we can get our over-leveled caster in here. We can actually get Lazuli in here, we can get Yuria in here. We can get the rookies all trained up for the time being. As it feels like with every new fight, there's suddenly yet another new tier of equipment that just came out. And here I was thinking it was all over not that long ago. 3 tiers ago. But yeah, you guys don't seem to have it as much in other places, thankfully. But just kind of general backstory on that whole thing. A bunch of people thought it was hilarious, plus there was like the whole foreign interference thing and whatever else a few years ago. And so we got the loud, obnoxious guy. And it's just like ever since, everything just keeps spiraling down and down and down, and they literally just got to make everything about them. So every time there's a national incident, like it sucks because before we had some guy, I mean we had a guy that was really good at dealing with incidents, but now every time there's an incident, it's not, oh, you know, let's fix the problem. Here's what everybody's doing. You know, here's everybody stay calm. It's like, nope, me. It's always me, just me all the time. It sucks, man. It's really annoying. And then there's always somebody around somewhere trying to, like, yell conspiracy theories. Like, oh, no, just the entire world's a massive conspiracy against them, you know. They're secretly the second coming of Christ, and just, yeah, they're the greatest thing ever. That's why they've accomplished nothing, because, you know, worldwide conspiracy. Just, like, listen to yourself, you know? It's so frustrating. I don't want to hear about politics. I don't want to hear any part of it. And yet there's no way to escape it right now. Alright, so, a little bit of a test here. That's a bad test, and I shouldn't do it. Let's go ahead and do a power down here. Yeah, it's gotten beyond Illuminati levels at this point. Like in terms of what some folks find believable. Ooh, they're actually really good with that. Which I guess makes sense, they're specialized for it. So, like, right here, she's double everyone's level. She does a bit more, but it's not like there's absolutely no chance or anything. Alright, and defense down. KO slice is very good. Go ahead and throw that out there. And then once we're down to one character, I think what we're going to do is just mass heal everybody, and we're probably going to have everyone attack Triclops over and over, so they can get all their levels up. It's pretty handy. I love the Rambo shot. Alright. So we need the heal bot here. I think we'll throw that on her. And cool thing is that, yeah, every gadgeteer has access to these. They're not ultra amazing or anything, but you get probably the biggest amount of utility in terms of any class. Because I think they have access to almost every debuff and buff, if I'm not mistaken. once they get a little bit closer next round, she's going to turn on One for All. Alright, so he's going to need the heal next. And, yeah, again, if anybody has any other characters they'd like to see added to the roster, do let me know. He's going to One for All. I think what we're going to want to do is just turn him off. So Dark Blade. Just blind the guy. That'll do almost no damage, but he's gonna get, yeah, almost 100 XP. Walk over here and takes a little regen heal. It's adorable. So you'd like Evangel in the roster and make him die. Since it's permadeath, he won't be missed much. Yeah, we can do that. We're kind of all good on paladins, because they don't seem to die very much, considering their entire class is meant to be about self-sacrifice. Demoleculizer. Yeah, I think in the genre, this is probably my favorite permadeath system I've ever seen. Because it just sets up that nice, perfect thing of you can keep them safe if you want to, but you might lose the fight for it. It's dangerous. I want to set up One for All so that they can all just start taking individual attacks and she can support. And she goes here. What's this guy gonna do? Fire 2. Okay, Triclops barely survived that. Didn't quite finish him off. Alright, what if we do Thunder right there? Okay, dead, dead. Well, I mean, smart casting, so that's fine. Get them nice and out of the way, so they've got Boon going. Pretty much a guaranteed kill their next round. Hit sleep or something. Bleed. Eh. Whatever, it'll work. He might be able to use a rock and finish her off. Or Water 2. Water 2. It's not guaranteed, but it'll do the job. Mercenary up on the top left isn't going to be doing very much because they're way out of range for some reason. Not actually sure what they're doing way up there. Yeah, I don't think I have anybody with a warp, so... Weird. So I'm trying to see what'll do the most damage here. Or at least be the most useful. And they went for the buff for some reason. Alright, you go ahead and have a good dinner then. Take care. Go for the cripple shot here. I'm fairly certain he's going to have a sniper or something up his sleeve. Yeah, that's fine. And nuked. He's just rolling all the worst debuffs he can think of. Just being spiteful at this point. You know what? Just occurred to me, I wonder if One For All potentially works with, well, I know One For All, like, will fire on every attack, but I wonder if you dual wield and then someone else is using a dual wielded One For All, if they will get 2 shots for each regular attack that you do. That actually could make dual wield useful. So far, aside from putting out debuffs, I can't really think of too many reasons to use it. Frickin' dodge. They didn't fall asleep, what a shame. See, now the question is, what kind of experience are we actually getting off this? Because ability points have been relatively limited. Like, aside from doing, well, just in general, for doing these low-level fights. We've tried running them a few times, that always seemed a little bit on the limited side. Dude, what is her luck? Is she actually running lucky? Out of curiosity. Cautious step, immune to traps, as well as root and slow. That's pretty handy. Free turn at the start of combat. Point blank lightning, because why not? Yeah, I mean, I guess I got some points. It's not that bad. Yeah, I really like side effects. I know it's not much, but it's been handy on more than one occasion. Oh, I seriously have no weapons for her. Though, I guess if she's a caster anyway. There we go. Now I can afford the fancy stabby. Let's see, there's 4,000 for a shield. She's probably better off with one of the other ones. And we'll give it another go. Yeah, just completely different stuff every time. next time we'll let Hector have his due. I wonder if the molecular infuser is meant to be a Star Wars reference. Because it looks just like that little training drone thing. I mean, at this point, could we just go ahead and go straight to the ending? I'm sure. But I want to do the arena, dang it. It's just, these things are so utterly harmless for the most part. Then you stick them on one of those bug people, and man, it's just off to the races. Wonder how it's possible for an apartment complex to be this pissy. I was just looking through my emails, and this is the 6th thing that they've sent out to let everybody know that they're not going to bother to actually, you know, be nice during this whole incident. Because they had a perfect opportunity. They could have just said, oh, we'll waive some late fees or whatever else, but no. Like, no, just wanted to make sure everybody's aware that you definitely gotta go make sure everything's paid, you know, make sure to pay early. Pay us. Pay us, pay us, pay us, pay us, pay us. It's just... it's so unnecessarily douchey. You've been out traveling on the road and this chicken just started chucking rocks at you? Makes perfect sense. Still kind of unimpressed by Endane here, but we'll give her some time. She's very underleveled at this point. I haven't used her for a good half the game, considering she's got a bunch of really good abilities on that class. Definitely at least worth trying. Might as well cast some harmless stuff over this way. Six damage, but probably, yeah, ton of experience. And I probably shouldn't do that again, because that had a very solid chance of just perma-killing her. You know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think I've actually seen Fire Locust. What's that look like? Nice. It's a cacodemon. Another 100 points. Good. I think that should be enough for her to get that... Nah. Not quite enough for her to get the Illusionist. Should really go make more coffee. Alright, so he's now proficient in everything. Forget this is Joyeuse. Do I want to give him a Blood Axe? Probably not really. Oh, crap. Hang on. He can almost learn One for All. So if he goes into a fight with Hector a couple of times, then he can learn, yeah, he can learn One for All. Plus, Chivalrous would just be really handy for him in general. He would lose his push move, but then he could auto-revive. He could do One for All. He could get a, like, probably just equip a heavy bow on him, or a longbow. Maybe heavy armor and crossbow or something? That's 100 damage, though. Well, this increases mind. I don't think that affects his other stuff. Alright, let's look at his abilities real quick. This will make sense in a moment, though. Because they get another turn after killing an enemy, so basically what I'm thinking is, if he gets Cleave, does that combine with One for All? Like, if he interrupts somebody's turn with One for All, and then ends up finishing somebody off, does he automatically get a turn at that point? That's basically what I'm thinking here. Okay, it's attack plus mind, so he's actually better off going for that, I forget if it was the crossbow or the other thing that gave him the better hit. Or that gave him the better bonus to both. Okay, 72-10. 90-20. So airless for sure. Need about 5k more. Sell the Blood Axe, maybe. Yeah, Holy Mace we're not using anymore. Yeah, Hellmuzzle would be 7 range. Airless would be 5. 16 by 13. Take some losses, but we can actually make up for those in other ways. Shining Band. Actually, Shining Band wouldn't be too good with that combo. Wizard Glove, maybe. Wayfarer Treads. Yeah, that's a solid choice. Want to give him some better stuff later. Yes, he's basically on his last life right now, but still. Okay, stepping away for just one quick moment to go get some more coffee. Give me like well, about a minute. Alright, I think we'll do the rest of this one muted and then call it a day, because looks like everybody's all nice and up and chaotic right now. Anyway. Yeah, be back in a minute. Alright, so I think it's safe to say that we definitely picked the wrong map for this particular team. One more run on the easier map would have been everything that was needed. I think we're just gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, hi there, Evan. Let's see, how close to the end are you? Would you wager? Actually, I'm fairly certain the next fight's... I know I've said this before, but they literally more or less said, okay, the next fight is the last one. Also, here is this, like, bizarrely difficult arena tournament for you to go through. Maybe you should go check that out first. And so that's basically what we're doing right now. Where I'm trying to train up a new team, because I went and tried that arena thing. It's basically your... It's essentially take everything that Palace of the Dead tried to do, except boiled down into 4 fights. Like, it's just all the sheer filth that you could come up with, and even with the best units that I have for this team here, we weren't able to even make a dent in the first team. So I'm basically going for equally filthy builds to try and make a bunch of stuff work here. Because the very first team is an entire team of bugmen with, like, for example, one of them just comes in, throws out Plague Storm, so they're a combination of one of those apocalyptic demon things and one of these horn things over here. So they're basically going like mass. Like, imagine Bad Breath from Final Fantasy, except it's map wide and hits everybody. and then like that combined with another guy that's basically constantly critting the entire time. Mixing together a bunch of the weird AoE abilities with the fact that he's essentially a crit healer. So he's got a bunch of scaling abilities, a bunch of AoE abilities, and yeah, just... It's hard to describe in a way that explains it properly, but everything about it is just the filthiest thing you can imagine. So yeah, curious to see what the New Game Plus version will be like. But yeah, so now we're training a new team to try and acquire some of that filth for ourselves. So now we got height advantage, one for all gunner. Put them up here. And so, like, right now, what I'm trying to set up is a build with Tartarus there. With the idea being that I think there's an interaction with one of his skills. Because, yeah, one for all gunner would be interesting, but one for all crossbower with cleave. So cleave basically means if they get a kill, they instantly get a free turn. And I want to see if that can be combined with one for all, so that if they go around, weaken a bunch of things, and then he interrupts somebody's, basically interrupts somebody, one for all happens, he finishes them off, instantly gets a free turn. That's what I'm trying to experiment with right now. It seems possible. Considering he can throw out hundreds with this thing, that would be amazing. And I'm kind of curious if maybe we can set up an almost Ring of Red type situation, where we maybe have multiple units with one for all, and then just we have Kyrie, like you send out Kyrie up front, you just attack somebody, the entire team just volleys into him. Oh, that'd be pretty great. Because she's basically the only one that can die without problems, so... Not everything is useful with one for all, but, you know. Like this, probably will finish them off. Yeah, there we go, that'll do it. So I'm thinking in that situation, if it can give them a free turn in the process, that'd be neat. Oh! What about Boon? Oh, does Boon work with one for all? Because then that means if they fire, they get a kill, they get an insta-crit on the next shot. This is what I love about this game. The only reason Hector's here, like, he's well beyond anything that can be potentially useful at this point, but he's only here to boost everybody else's stats. For every level that he's getting, he's passing on some of his points to somebody else. So, with any luck, that'll be pretty handy. Also, put Gadgeteer on a lot of the newbies, because it basically gives them a bunch of useful abilities, without needing to do too much. Just make her attack, I guess. Oh, crap. Actually, I guess he's pretty okay. Yeah, overall the levels don't really seem to matter much aside from HP. It's actually going a lot better than I would have expected. This guy, though, the damage he's putting out is way more than I would have expected. But I think with Lord, it scales almost everything with attack in mind. Even Lazuli's finally getting a chance to stick out here a little bit. Somewhat. He missed himself. That's kind of impressive. So yeah, technically speaking, I'm sure we could have won it this round, or this stream, but at the same time, man oh man, would it be awesome to go do that arena thing. So that's what we're gonna do instead. Oh, oops. That's actually not what I meant to do, but okay. I meant to do defensive hit. Alright. if I'm counting this right, that should have given him enough points. No, it didn't. Dang it. I need you to be a new class, sir. Let's do mass renew. Yeah, I'm not even kidding with those arena fights. One of them, I was just repeatedly teleporting Kyrie into the center of it, just using Holy Burst and just spamming that. And 200 on every one of them in the group per round still wasn't enough. Just got overwhelmed anyway. Sorry, I got a very specific idea in mind, and it seems like the game already kind of was thinking that too. So I'm thinking crit build, like HP regen build. Something like that. What's up, kiddo? What's going on? You need to go potty?
Yeah.
Then why don't you go potty? Join the army of disabled people. It's like World War I. I mean, it's grim, but not far off. But yeah, but you see the tile on the left that's on fire. This is why I'm fairly certain that's the ending right there. But then this is the 4-round tourney that we're trying to set up for here. Because I'm thinking if we make a build filthy enough, or a few builds filthy enough, and just come up with enough cheese to be able to completely break the fight in half, and then we have a chance. So we've got an entirely new team. Generally speaking, this fight's been very easy. That's why I keep going back and redoing it over and over. Good night, Annihilator. Did you ever play Cannon Fodder back in the day? Yes. A little bit. It's been years, though. Yeah, you got the nice growing hill of all the tombstones along the way. It's probably the best best example of that particular thing. Kind of feel like if like something that they could have done a little bit better with XCOM there. They have all the other things appearing in the base, but it always seemed kind of weird that they had that one as a list instead of doing like a. It would have been kind of interesting to see like a Mass Effect 2 style wall. It's just like a giant plaque on the wall, and just everybody's names keeps appearing on it. Not worried about that one down there. She's got defense for days. It's my favorite part because it gives meaning to having random soldiers die. Yeah, it was definitely well presented. Not a vegetable. I mean, it's kind of like an aloe plant. Jellyfish. Yeah, you're right. What's going on with that jellyfish? It's mostly just kind of there. That's fine, the jellyfish is just going about his day. Especially since you can take pictures of people next to him too. Yeah, that's another cool thing though, because yeah, whenever you do the posters, like memorial posters, where it just shows them like, oh, you know, never forget, you know, Bob the Builder 420 or whatever else. And you just do the whole dramatic poster of them, and then they just appear all over the place. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Wait a dang minute. That is not what I thought it was. Because I thought that thing actually healed only like half health or something whenever you went and used it. Looks like Blood Axe actually heals entirely. Well, dang. Okay, he's gonna stick to that then. What's up, kiddo? It's great? Yeah. Well, that's good. I like that it's great. It was? Yeah, fun is good, huh? How you get grades? You go to school. All your grades are all gone? Yeah, the schools are closed right now. This is true. The grades are all gone. I'm sorry. You need to go grades? Well, the plague has to go away. Except we actually gotta wait for it to go away and not just to randomly reopen things in a couple weeks like somebody wanted. What's up? Yeah, your grapes. I know. You want your grapes. You know, this is actually going somewhat okay. But yeah, no. When I sat down today, I was thinking like, oh, you know, gonna go finish this whole thing up. Gonna go see what New Game Plus has to offer and whatever else. Just gonna go wrap up this arena thing real quick. Like 3 attempts into that, it was absurdly clear it was going absolutely nowhere. It's like, yeah, I'm sorry, you're not even on the same level here. Not even close. Like, but what about all this cheese? Doesn't matter. The game has more. You are physically incapable of accomplishing this much cheese. It's what, like, it's funny because I was making that whole joke earlier of, you know, why don't they just hand those things over? Don't they know we're trying to save the world or whatever? And it's like, yeah, they're not concerned. They know full well they're going to be just fine. We're just the first line. We're just the fodder. They're the ones just sitting back like, yeah, no, we've been at this for a millennia or something. Bump. Wait, what? Okay, I think that just answered what I was wondering about. Because I wanted to see if push moves, by any chance, get affected by smart casting, but hang on. Let me make sure that they're the one with smart casting. Yeah, so smart casting, yeah, I mean, it's just, I guess, physical pushing happening. So, fair enough. Okay, not sure why they can't make that attack, but if you say so. Nice. And demon leather. So it appears even the components that are dropping are getting improved. This poor guy is trying so hard to take out Cow, but he just doesn't care. He is now the Were-Cow. He has become the legendary Were-Cow. You are not dealing with your ordinary beef anymore. He's earned his obnoxious blue mustache. Wait, what's still alive? Oh, the chicken, right. Totally forgot about that thing. Well, I should probably use the Constrictor on it. Well, actually, I can't. You can't re-up your debuffs. In that case, make sure that Yumal isn't taking an injury. Since currently the class of 2020 is doing okay. That could also be really useful. Basically, you can ignore re-raise and prevent re-raise. Nonsense. Okay, that's two 8% dodges in a row. Gotta kinda call shenanigans on that one. Nope, thank you. What's that? There's something going on? There's nothing going on. Wow. finally. Now, is that going to be enough? Dang it, how do you still not have enough points? Because I can switch him to night after he gets that, I guess. Yeah, the robot's dancing, huh? Alright, well, one way or another, I think that's where we're going to call it for today, and then, who knows, maybe finally finish it off tomorrow. Maybe! You know, before it ends up being exactly not that. Yeah, so that'll be that for today then. So thank you guys for stopping by, and yeah, I know we didn't make a whole lot of progress on this one, but oh, actually no, wait, one more thing, because I was asked to do one more here before I forget, because I'll almost certainly forget it for next time. I guess we got to make him a Reaver. Let's see, do the usual 25. Yeah, I think Reaver's the way to go for this one. Could use another Ranger. I guess I kind of also have one. Like, technically Mercenary would be the most fitting for this guy, but I'm thinking Sword Specialist class, or maybe just put him down to 20 so we can actually give him some better gear. I'll give him the goofy arms. Kind of purplish actually works for him. I guess that's more his colors. Headwear-wise, we have a full helmet of some description. I think we'll go for this one. I do like how huge your roster can be here. Oh, and he gets to learn... Huh, I should put everybody as Reaver then, because then they get... Oh, that's really good. They get Health Expert right off the bat. I'm sure there's a certain metagame to kind of figure out as far as what classes to pick to make what happen. Like, starting as a... Ooh. Hang on, let me just set those before I forget them. Health Expert Life Font. got engineering. So, ton of extra health, plus he's building it up while moving. Though how on earth did they get health up in the 500s? Oh, and Reaver can even use that thing, so I think I can actually make another one of those blood axes. So I just didn't really see the point before. You need more cold iron. Dominance. Fudgery, what the hell, man? 15% crit rate? Well, that suddenly changed his build. 90-20 is all well and good, but yeah. Yeah, if we get him the Drake Talon. Oof. There's options here. I wonder if smart targeting works with One for All. Yeah, I guess actual damage-wise, this wouldn't... This one might still be better for him. It's one less range, minus 15 crit, but he doesn't really specialize in the crits here. Meanwhile, for him, let's put his natural crit rate up to 58%. So that's a bit more useful. Anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and save it there then. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time then. Take care, and have yourselves a good one. Bye.